In today's video, we're going to show you around the ship on a sea day when the ship is sailing at capacity, as our Celebrity Equinox cruise was. We're going to show you more of the things that we liked and the things that we didn't like, having lived on the ship for a few days. And I'm going to show you around the room again, but again show you some of the things that I like and some of the things I didn't like, and some of the things where maybe the ship's just looking a little bit old. I also want to show you what we do on a sea day. Now, I totally appreciate that everybody has their own things that they like to do, their own activities that they like to get involved in, and of course there are many things that you can do. But I'm going to show you around what a typical day for us looks like. So let's get started. Hi, we're James and Rob, and this is our dog Oscar. We love travel in all its forms, so join us on our next adventure as we head out on the road again. Good morning. It is day 3 on our cruise, which is another sea day before we get to Antigua tomorrow and spend the day there. Having lived in our cabin for a few days now, I thought I would show you some of the good and the bad and the ugly of actually living in a cabin like this. So we have a veranda cabin, which is a category 1A, and as I showed you the other day, it has an extended balcony. Bed is really comfortable. Interesting to note that we ask for some feather pillows, which makes a huge difference in terms of comfort and sleep. So the room steward changed our pillows to feather pillows, and you can see all the other ones here. It's got this really big bench, which obviously can turn into a bed, which we're sort of not using for much more than storage. The one massive disadvantage of a cabin like this that hasn't been updated is the fact that the only power is here. So you can see I'm charging my laptop, my phone. That's the only power points in the whole cabin as far as we can see. There's certainly none by the bed. You've got these sort of rickety old shelves which are fine for storage, but not much else. I think the bathroom is really good. I think the room shows its age a bit, where you can see like the shelves need a bit of TLC, and I'll take you outside, it's going to get noisy, but it's a beautiful day today. James is hanging out there. You can see that the banisters of the balconies could do with a bit of TLC as well. In fact, you can sort of look over there and you can see like all the banisters need a bit of varnishing and TLC. But look at what a beautiful day it is, and having this extra extended balcony is really nice, because the other day it was raining, absolutely bucketing it down, but we could sit back a bit. Obviously today's a beautiful day. There's Hurricane Ian heading towards Florida, but that's come from sort of the Cuba area that we managed to let's go back inside. We've managed to miss it all. We're heading towards the southern Caribbean, and the hurricane hit Cuba and then is heading towards the Tampa area, unfortunately. So fingers crossed there's not too much damage for those guys. But yeah, so I think we like the cabin. There's lots of places for storage, so you're not going to run short on that, including you've got these drawers here, plus you've got these cupboards over the bed, and you've also got a wardrobe as well. Not much storage by your bed, I suppose, these shelves. Thought I'd do a quick video talking about what is there to do on a cruise ship on a sea day, since we have 2 sea days to get to our first location, and then 2 sea days at the end of the cruise getting back to Fort Lauderdale. And Celebrity isn't one of those big party boats, and it's not designed for children, so there's not lots of water parks and ice rinks and all that gubbins that are on some of the biggest ships like Royal Caribbean. This ship holds about 2,700 people and is definitely an older population on the ship, and although the ship is at capacity, there are lots of places that you can find to go and relax and get away from the madding crowd. Of course, on a day like today, and just turn camera, which is a beautiful sunny day, people are going to be crowded around the pool. Of course, one of the things you can do is relax on your balcony, which is where I'm recording this from. just gonna sit down, and you can enjoy the beautiful seas. You can go and hide out in the library. Interestingly enough, if you go into the gym and go out of the gym, I'll try and take you there. There is a kind of a secret sun deck area that no one seems to know about, so everyone's either crowded around the indoor pool or the outdoor pool, or even the deck above it. But there's this little area where there are some sun lounges that don't seem to be very occupied. So you could obviously go and hang out in any of the bars. Some of them are open, but you can certainly get a coffee. You can eat at various places. We've got into a rhythm of going to the gym in the morning and then having a healthy smoothie as our breakfast, starting the day with a coffee, and then kind of relaxing for the rest of the day. It makes you feel good, and it also counteracts a little bit of the huge amounts of food that is available to eat 24/7. So I'll try and take you around some parts of the ship and things to do, and obviously there's lots of activities if that's your thing, and I'll post a list of all of today's activities that you can get involved in, including shopping and playing games, educational things in the theatre, and quizzes and slot machines and all that stuff. Not really our thing. I prefer to find somewhere quiet to sit and read my book or relax or even edit one of these videos. But anyway, I'll take you around the ship and we'll find some quiet areas and things that you can do on a sea day. So one of the things that we try to do is not use the elevators at all. I think I've said this already, but try and burn a few more calories off. So we're just walking up to the gym area. So our daily routine on a sea day, get up and one of us goes and gets coffee from Cafe El Bacho. Start our day sitting on the balcony, then get ready, go to the gym, do 8 laps around the walking deck, which is a mile, to get my aerobic exercise in. You can see I'm out of breath just from walking up the stairs. You staying there. And then head into the gym, which you get to through the spa area here. Yeah, then head into the gym, do my usual exercises that I would do if I were at home. The gym is fairly well equipped. Anyway, once I've had a workout, I head over to the spa cafe and get a healthy smoothie. And because we are on the premium drinks package, that's all included, but you can see various smoothies and healthy foods that you can get here, and they're about $8, but as I say, it's included if you're on the drinks package, the premium drinks package. Then we head back, get showered and cleaned up, and then decide what we're going to do next. So hopefully you can hear me. This is the reality of a sea day on a sunny day when a ship is full, and you can obviously see everybody is crowded round the pool or on this upper deck. It's not something James and I are really into doing, so my skin is sun damaged enough. I don't want to get it sun damaged anymore. There's the Mast Grill up here where you can have lunch, but we're going to go and head inside somewhere now, I think. This is another nice area to be on the lawn club, playing balls, very civilised, watching football, hanging out in the shade. Oh yeah, it's the hot glass studio. I'm sure I'd be wanting me to do that on a day like today where it's pretty hot. Yeah, this is really nice having this grass. Let's see, and I say you can rent out these pods for the day, but they are crazy expensive, especially on a sea day, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I'm not quite sure exactly what. You can go on the putting green over here, play some golf. You just have to be super careful on a day like today that you put a lot of sunscreen on, because it's really hot, but of course the wind makes it feel cooler. And there are lots of people around with kind of beetroot looking bodies, but this is quite a nice area to hang out in the shade. Now it's obviously a smoking area as well, because someone's smoking a cigar there. Now we're at the back of the ship at the sunset bar, another nice area to hang out. And the one thing that's really nice about this ship is that there's so many little nooks and crannies and places that you can hang out and, like I say, get away from madding crowd. Here's a good example of that. Now we're heading down to the sunset bar. Oh, this is the Oceanview bar. Oh yeah. But again, another nice area to hang out and be at the back of the ship, watching the wake, looking to the horizon. Of course, one of the things you can do on a sea day is eat, and there's certainly a lot of people doing that. Yesterday we came because we don't tend to eat breakfast, we came for lunch fairly early, and it was busy, but by the time we had finished eating lunch it was absolutely crazy in here. So quality of food is really good, but kind of the craziness of people grabbing food is not so good, but that's the nature of eating in the Oceanview Cafe. We're still in breakfast time at the moment, so you can see some of the food available, including lots of fresh fruits, but also cooked breakfasts as well, and kind of every combination of everything you can imagine, really. Yeah, once you've got your food, if you go right to the back of the Oceanview, beyond where all the food is served, it's much quieter and you'll be able to get a seat more easily. One of the nice things to do is to relax in the library, which you can see here. And there's two little alcoves where those people are on my right and on my left. And we sat there yesterday having a drink and reading, but it did make us laugh because you can constantly hear the bing bong of the lifts. So that's the only negative thing, that you do get a bit distracted, but you can get a sense of all the different things here. So there's some of the bars, and you can see the living tree and how far down it goes. All of the elevators are on the inside of the ship, which means they're all kind of glass elevators, so you get a good view. But anyway, library is definitely another nice area to chill and relax, but I think we're going to go down and grab a coffee and find somewhere quiet to sit. So come down to deck 7 and you can get a better sense of that tree that I just showed you that runs right up the centre of the ship. Quite amazingly managed to plant the right kind of tree, whatever it is, to keep it alive. And we're just going to go and have a look in the iLonge. Is that on this floor? Oh, next floor down. One ironic thing that we think is the art on the walls on all the floors is much better than the art that you can buy, and all the art is about opposites apparently, but the art is so much nicer on the walls than it is in the Park West where you buy the art, which is truly, well, I shouldn't be too rude, but it's truly certainly not our taste. So we just come to the iLonge, which is on deck 6. You can obviously check your email, and actually you can buy some things. Got some headphones here. Whether these things are any cheaper. James is looking for some new headphones. but I'm not sure we're going to get a good deal. Just a good deal here, to be honest. But anyway, you can do all the usual Apple type things here. So we are now on deck 5 by Cafe Albatro, so we're going to get a coffee. What's worth knowing is that there's often a big queue over there, which is actually Cafe Albatro, but you can also get coffee here on the other side. So definitely worth knowing. We're going to grab a seat, and then this is fine here. It's quite quiet. So we're just going to chill out here for a bit, grab a coffee and relax. Okay, so that gives you a sense of what it's like to cruise on a sea day on the Celebrity Equinox and when the ship is sailing at capacity. Now, we really don't want to sugarcoat any of our videos, so you can see that sometimes the ship looks really busy, but there is always a way to find an area away from the madding crowd where if you want a bit of peace and quiet. And one of the things that we always try to do is kind of go against the flow a bit, so eat breakfast in a different place or at different times, avoid the busy pool areas and find somewhere else to sit out in the sun or read quietly. Now, in next week's video, we're going to be arriving at our first Southern Caribbean port of Antigua, and I'm really excited to show you around. And interestingly enough, this was the only cruise port that we went to where we didn't book an excursion. So find out what it's like to just get off the ship and walk into town and see what we get up to. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please make sure you've hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're alerted when the new video goes live, and of course share it with your friends as well. And I will see you next week as we head out on the road again.